Hello everybody, my name is Cole Whip and welcome back to the channel. Today we are here with episode 5 of your no BS guide to the best guns inside of Modern Warfare Zombies. We're going to kick this episode off with the Kastov 74U. It was recommended by Dan Morris 3440 in the comment section of the last video. If you would like to see a gun featured in this gun guide, please drop that comment down below. Let me know what gun you would like to see. Just a reminder, all guns in this series are tested at epic rarity, and let's get into it. When it comes to ammo capacity of the Kastov 74U, you have 90 rounds in your magazine, 675 rounds in reserve. This gun has a relatively slow fire rate, so that amount of ammunition really does go a long way with this gun. As long as you have speed cola equipped, you got a pretty quick reload on this. We're going to give this a 9 out of 10 on ammo capacity. Let's move on to crowd control. Crowd control is where this gun really starts to shine. As you can see, we are completely tearing through this entire horde of zombies coming from this spore control contract. This gun is absolutely amazing. The slow rate of fire, a high damage output, you get a lot accomplished out of one magazine in this gun despite only having 90 rounds in it. For those reasons, I'm giving this gun a 9.5 out of 10 on crowd control. It only gets better with mags of holding and will only double its effectiveness with legendary rarity. Now, if you thought this gun was going to be good against bosses, well, you are right. This gun completely shredding through this disciple right here. If you're enjoying this video, please consider hitting the like button. It really does help us continue to grow. We are growing so incredibly fast, and that is thanks to each and every one of you that are liking the videos, subbing to the channel, got those notifications turned on. We are going to give this gun a 9.5 out of 10 on bosses, and let's move on to the build in the final rating. We are giving this gun a final rating of 9.5 out of 10. This gun was absolutely incredible to use. Highly recommended. The build is up on screen if you would like to try it out for yourself. Let's move on to the next one. Next up, we have another MW2 pistol. This one is the FTAC Seige. It was recommended by Roman24. When it comes to this weapon, you have 144 rounds in your magazine, 500 rounds in reserve. The issue with this gun is it fires incredibly fast. You burn through magazines so quickly. You burn through the zombies while you do it, but the ammunition goes away very quick. If you have mags of holding, that is how I would highly recommend that you run this gun. The reload and the handling speeds are pretty slow with it, so mags of holding would be the way to go. I'm going to give this gun a 5 out of 10 on ammo capacity. It just fires a little too quick, doesn't hold quite enough ammo. Without mags of holding, it's just a little bit too slow, can get you in trouble if there's a few too many zombies, because once you got to hit that reload, you're in a little bit of a pinch. When it comes to crowd control, this gun is an easy 10 out of 10 when you have ammunition. That's the big key with the gun. That's the biggest downside and the biggest flaw. You see how quickly we take out the zombies. They don't stand a chance. Mags of holding, this is an easy 10 of 10. Even without it, I'm giving it a 10 out of 10. Very few situations did I really get myself in trouble when I ran out of ammunition, and that was only if I was completely overrun by zombies. So 10 out of 10, nice and easy on the bosses. While I was doing this gameplay, the strangest thing happened, and not a single bounty contract spawned in the entire tier 3 zone the entire game. So we did not get to use this gun against a bounty inside of this game, but we are fighting this non-bounty mega abomination, and this is where you start to see some of the flaws in the gun. With the fire rate being so quick and running out of ammunition so quickly, if you're able to get up really close to the mega abominations, you can do a lot more damage to them. But I would like to see it put out a little bit more damage output to these bosses, given the mag size and the fire rate. If you don't have mags of holding, you're constantly reloading and you feel like you're just a little bit stuck in the mud. I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10 on bosses. Let's move on to the build and the final rating. Final rating of 8.5 out of 10. Well, I feel this gun is extraordinarily strong against hordes of zombies and bosses alike. The constant need to reload will hold you back. You can really help boost that along with mags of holding. If you'd like to try this gun out for yourself, I highly recommend it. The build is up on screen. We're going to move on to the RAPH. Another MW2 gun, the RAPH. This LMG is extremely powerful here inside MWZ. When it comes to ammo capacity, I highly recommend that you only run these LMGs with mags of holding. If you're not running it with mags of holding, you will have 150 rounds in your magazine with 650 in reserve, but with mags of holding, you just have 800 rounds that you can just continually fire upon your enemies. I'm going to give this gun a 9 out of 10 on ammo capacity. Let's see how it does against the crowds. Crowd control, I'm giving it an 8 out out of 10. You have to be able to hit the critical shots, and you have to have dead shot daiquiri. If you have those things, if you got the good aim and you're hitting the critical shots, you're going to get really good results out of this gun. The main reason that it gets held back is that it is an LMG, so its aim down sight speed is slow, so you kind of have to have that recoil control yourself to hit those critical shots, as you can't really spam that ADS button if you're on controller to help you land those headshots. 8 out of 10, let's move on to bosses. If you haven't joined our Discord yet, the link is down in the description below. What are you waiting on? When it comes to bosses, I'm gonna give this gun a 7 out of 10. Don't take that too lightly. You do get 800 rounds to just fire upon these monsters inside a game, so 7 out of 10, not too bad. I'd like to see it do a little bit more damage, especially since it's an LMG, but it fires quick, it does good damage. You're not really gonna get yourself into any terrible situations here. Let's move on to the build and the final rating. I'm gonna give this RAPH a final rating of 8 out of 10. The handling is the biggest thing that'll hold you back, but all those rounds, you can just shoot and shoot and shoot. It fires quick, it takes out the horde. It's a good gun to use. There's probably better LMGs inside of the game, but you certainly cannot go wrong with this RAPH. And finally, wrapping up today's episode, finally we have an MW3 gun for you today, the FJX Horus. It was just released with the Season 3 update, and this SMG is absolutely amazing. SMGs have always been my favorite type of weapon, whether I'm playing multiplayer or Warzone, zombies. I love me a good, fast killing mobile SMG, and this FJX really brings it, especially to these zombies. Let's see how this gun performs. When it comes to ammo capacity, it is very low with this gun. You only get 64 rounds in your magazine, so I highly recommend that this gun really be held off and used with mags of holding. You get 816 total rounds if you have mags of holding on the gun, and when you resupply ammunition with this gun, you get probably more than you're supposed to get. Just 1 or 2 ammo pouches and you're pretty much back to full ammo. So ammo is almost never a concern with this gun as long as you're using mags of holding. I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10 because it can hold you back if you're not using mags of holding and only having their small magazine sizes, but the reload is extremely fast, and even then it doesn't really bother you all that much. And with crowd control, it's an easy 10 out of 10. There really isn't much to talk about. This gun just absolutely shreds through everything. 10 out of 10. Love this SMG. When it comes to bosses, this is where this gun really just takes off and is in a class of its own. Just watch it just tear through this bounty mega abomination. You can kill these abominations in under 45 seconds without using any kill streaks or anything special on these things. This gun just absolutely rips through them. It's even better if you're running brain rot or napalm burst, just makes it even that much quicker. But it does such incredible boss damage to all the bosses, not just mega abominations. So for that reason, 10 out of 10. We're going to move on to the build we used in this gameplay and give you a final rating. You might be shocked that I'm only going to rate this gun a 9 out of 10 as its final rating. The reason being, if you don't have the mags of holding, the mag size is very small, makes things just a touch more difficult, but this gun will shred at epic rarity. This gun will shred at rare rarity, and with just a blue tool, this gun will still shred in the tier 3 zone. It is an amazing SMG. And that's going to wrap it up for episode 5 of the Ultimate Gun Guide. On screen are all the guns we did today and the final ratings for those weapons. If you enjoyed the video, please drop a like on it. It really does help us to grow. Sub to the channel for more, turn on those notifications. We're trying to get you at least 5 or 6 videos a week, so if you're enjoying the content, please sub to the channel. Let me know, drop a comment, any guns you'd like to see on episode 6. And my name is Cole Whip, and I'm out.